If you want to see how we got this ugly Civic to go from this to this beautiful cobalt blue paint job using spray paint, then go ahead and sit back, grab some popcorn, enjoy the show. Before I start this video, I did want to give a shout out to Alan. He is actually a subscriber of mine that used the methods that I use in my videos, and he actually did a really good job on his car, so here's that video clip.
Hey buddy, just to tell you to update really quick. Let me show you. See man, for all your haters out there, check that out. Massive, massive orange peel. Horrible looking. Oh my god. What was I thinking? What did I do to the car? And then check this out. Woo, buddy, check this out. Yeah. Before. After. Well, first actually I did 1,000, right? Bucket. A little bit of time with that. A little bit of time with that. Check it out again, see? Nice and shiny.
As you can see, the results came out really nice on his Toyota. He did an awesome job, so good job, man. I hope this inspires other people to get out there and give it a shot. If you screw it up, you can always fix it with some wet sanding and redoing it. But no risk, no reward. So let's go ahead and get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. So today we have my buddy Matt's 4-door Civic here. It's turboed and it's really quick, but it doesn't look the part. And he wants to do a fresh paint job. He's had this car for 10 years and the paint just seriously needs some attention. So he's got some replacement panels that he bought and scuffed already. He did work his way from 220 all the way up to 400 to smoothen this all out. It does have some little dings here and there, but those will be PDR'd at a later time. We're not going to be using putty. But we're going to basically disassemble the entire car. The doors are coming off. Basically anything that can come off is pretty much coming off. And then we're going to be doing the door jams, and it's going to be a pretty long process, but I'm going to try to make it enjoyable for you guys to watch, as I usually do. So we're going to be priming this whole thing, and the primer we're using is actually the turbo paint cans. So there's a lot of primer here, and this turbo paint does really good and it covers really well, and it has a nice smooth finish whenever you use this. So we got these at a local place called Home Base. It's basically like a Home Depot. We also got most of the metallic paint there, and then the other metallic we got from Walmart. And yes, this is a lot of paint. We do not know how much it's going to take, so we got extra. Whatever we don't use, we can take back. We're also putting a Spray Max 2K clear over the top. This actually has a hardener in it that you activate. This is exactly like spray gun paint, just put in a can. So basically we'll activate it, shake it up, and you've got like 48 hours to use it. But you can prolong it if you don't need to use it all. Like we have here in this freezer, we have a can that I used on my yellow headlights, and it's still good as long as you freeze it. But yeah, in order to use that paint again, we will need to warm that can up prior to use, or it will spray like crap. So that's also what we're going to be doing with these cans, is warming them up prior to using them. That way it doesn't have a lot of orange peel. A lot of people don't realize that this won't orange peel bad if the cans are warmed up. So we're just going to be boiling some hot water, setting the cans in the hot water, and allowing them to basically absorb the heat. Now the boiling water will not be on the stove when we set the can in it. Figured I'd mention that because there are some people who have done it and told me that they exploded. So, but yeah. So we're basically going to time-elapse this, taking it apart, getting everything off and primed. And then when it comes to the blue metallic, we'll go over some more stuff. So if you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so after 2 days worth of work and 20 cans of blue, which is a lot, by the way. We also had 7 cans. The other can is in the freezer because it wasn't fully empty, so we're going to freeze the 2K clear. That way it's still usable. That's a way you can actually use it again. Next time you go to use it, though, you'll have to warm the can up or it will spray like crap. So we used that primer, and we used 3 cans of that. Or 4, I think 4 actually. Yeah, it's 4. The other one's up there. But 20 cans of blue, and the results are pretty amazing. Now it does need a wet sand and buff because there is quite a bit of orange peel. You can kind of see right there, but that is for another video altogether. It looks awesome. I love that deep blue. Now I will put a little video clip right here of it out in the sun, and it's just incredible how this came out. So we had to kind of figure out the method that worked the best. What I can tell you on that is doing the light coat first and then letting it dry for about 5 to 10 minutes, then going over it with a heavier coat. Keeping it the trigger pulled down all the way on and off the panel is the best way. You don't want to stop in one spot or slow down because the metal flake will settle in that spot. But when you pull it off, it's amazing. As you can see, that needs wet sanded and buffed really bad. That's where one of the cans was really bad. I think it was a defective can. But what do you think?
I think it's awesome. This has been 10 years coming, so
10 years coming, and it looks great. Now these little spots here can be PDR'd, so it's not a big deal. We didn't want to throw putty on it. And he ended up going, it looks really yellow on camera, but these are a gunmetal gray. Let me see if it'll focus in there. But yeah, he went with the gunmetal gray to match the wheels, and it looks awesome. We're gonna do his engine bay gunmetal gray as well, so it should look really, really good when we're done. Now, the hood and the roof are the hardest panels to shoot, mainly just because of how big they are. So I had to go through like 3 or 4 cans just on the hood, and the roof was about the same. So we just basically keep doing light coats all the way through until it starts looking fulfilled. And once you lay the clear on top, it looks absolutely awesome. I'm super happy with how it turned out, and he is too. He's been wanting this done, like he said, for 10 years. And I'm glad I could do it for him, help a friend out. So he also helped a lot in this, so huge shout out to him. Because this is a little too much for just me to do. I mean, we did, as you've seen, all the door jambs, and they look absolutely incredible. Kind of harder to see on this side, but door jambs do look really, really good all the way through, and everything's reassembled back on there. And now it looks the part.
it does. It's really good.
Because you got a lot of power in it, and it just looked like crap. So it was the definition of like a sleeper.
Yeah.
But now it looks as fast as it is. So he also has these little trim pieces here, but he's just going to be using the ones that you glue in, and it'll look good. It's something I wouldn't recommend. I am not going to do it again.
That was a lot of work.
It was a lot. This is probably the hardest metallic blue or any kind of spray can paint job I have ever done. But the results, they speak for themselves. They're just awesome. But we're going to try to get you a video of the wet sanding and buffing video. Just depends how things go. No promises, but we'll try. Because it definitely will look a lot better once it is wet sanded and buffed, because the orange peel is pretty aggressive. And yeah, highly recommend the 2K clear from Spray Max. This stuff was really hard to shoot and this stuff was awesome. But if you're going to use this primer, make sure to wet sand after it is fully dried with a 400 grit, and make sure it's real smooth. We didn't do that, and that's probably why the clear coat has so much orange peel. But it's not a big deal. That can be wet sanded and buff, and we put 2 coats of clear on everything. 2 thick coats, might I add, of clear. So it's probably the equivalent of at least 4 coats of light coats, 4 light coats of 2K. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a long process, and we're tired and ready for bed. So we'll see you guys in the next video. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think. See you guys in the next one. Till then, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.